Welcome to the February the 9th edition of Monday Night Raw review. I'm going to be chatting about what happened, my thoughts on it, where I think things will go, my thoughts at the moment on whether I'm looking forward to Fastlane or not, whether I'm in the Roman Empire and want it to reign, or whether I'm with the Yes Movement and Daniel Bryan. I can confirm I have taken a side. How exciting. So we get started. In general, I actually didn't think this Raw was too bad. It wasn't the worst Raw I've ever seen. It wasn't the most unbelievable Raw. You know, nothing that extraordinary happened. But it was a decent show. It was one of the better ones of recent time, really. It started off with Roman Reigns coming out. He kicked off the show, which he doesn't actually seem to be doing all that much. But I think this is probably the first Raw he's started. I don't know why I'm mentioning that, but anyway, he came out, cut a short promo. It was a short promo, but it's an extremely good promo, in my opinion. He got to the point, he said what he needed to say, and it was well delivered. Daniel Bryan, he ended up interrupting. It was so predictable that he would. It was a joke. He came out, they kind of threw a few sort of insults at each other as such, and then the Authority came and essentially they set up a tag team match, The Big Show and Kane versus Reigns and Bryan, which was actually the next match. Reigns and Bryan kind of came together as soon as the Authority came out. As for boos and as for reactions, well, it's no surprise really. Daniel Bryan each and every week on Raw and on SmackDown seems to be getting more and more boos, and the reason I believe that to be is the fact that there are certain Daniel Bryan fans, and I'm not saying this because I believe it, I'm saying it because this is what I've read, hell, I'm feeling as if, and what concerns me about the whole Daniel Bryan situation is, are his fans going to cope with if he goes to WrestleMania and he loses, or if he goes to WrestleMania, wins a championship, whatever happens, he loses the championship, he's then not on the main event scene. Do they want Daniel Bryan to be in the main event of everything? And I think a lot of people don't like the crying Daniel Bryan fans. That's what it's been called on social media. I'm not necessarily agreeing with that. But and I ain't going to lie to you. I wanted Daniel Bryan to win the Royal Rumble. He didn't. I moved on. I was angry to begin with. But from what I've seen with Reigns recently, I probably shouldn't have been. Do I think Roman Reigns is ready for the WrestleMania match? No. But, well, we might as well give him a go. What is the worst that can happen? It can't be that bad. It won't be that bad of a match. He's got a lot better on the mic. He's building up a fan base. He's got a character. He's got a good gimmick of sorts. He's decent in the ring. He will do a fine job, in my opinion. And is the perfect person to face Brock Lesnar, in my opinion. Who do I want to win at Fastlane? Roman Reigns. It's changed. It has changed. And I know a lot of you probably would think to yourself, oh, you're a twat, you're a Roman Reigns fan. Whatever. I don't care. I like Daniel Bryan of sorts. I'm going off him because of the character he's got at the moment. There isn't... I'm really leaving myself to be moaned at here, but for me, there's not a lot to... He's got the whole yes thing, and yes, and of sorts, that's a great gimmick. But when he talks, and I don't feel much of him. I don't feel his personality. But anyway, we'll move on. We'll get into the match then. Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan versus Big Show and Kane. It was an okay match. Ended in a disqualification. Big Show pushed Roman Reigns through the barricade or something like that. And essentially, it set up a match. At the end of the night, Kane, Big Show, Jamie Noble, Joey Mercury, and Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan. However, the big thing at the end of this match was the fact that Kane tried to chokeslam, I think it was Reigns. Reigns escaped or something like that. But essentially what it ended up being is that Daniel Bryan accidentally kicked Roman Reigns, essentially, kneed him. So there was a little bit of tension there, and Roman Reigns then shoved him over. So you can definitely... I think this was a great rivalry. I think it's a good feud. But that's basically what happened there, setting up that match. We then had Seth Rollins versus Ryback. Again, ended in disqualification. With Seth Rollins like, oh no, I think it's actually J&J Security coming in the ring. Again, why have 2 disqualifications on a row? I understand that they were trying to make the Authority look annoying and bad, which they fucking are. But at the same time, you could have done it like, I don't know, towards the end of the show in the final hour, and it would have still got a bad reaction. But anyway, so there's not much to talk to in that match because it really didn't last all that long. Paige versus Brie Bella, obviously building up to their Fastlane match. Well, not Brie Bella, but Nikki Bella and Paige. Paige won, no surprise there. Not that convincingly, which is a bit unsurprising. I thought she'd like not squash Brie Bella, but look a bit more convincing than she did. But I mean, that's just WWE's booking for you. We'll move on then to the Rusev paying tribute to John Cena. It was quite funny, really. He came out, Rusev did. They sort of started by talking about Lana, started talking about John Cena and how fantastic it was. They showed a video showing some of the great moments from John Cena, and then all of a sudden it just changed to all his defeats and his worst ever defeats. And to be honest, there weren't that many because John Cena never fucking loses, does he? And then essentially John Cena came out, cut a decent promo. For John Cena, it was actually quite a good promo. For anybody, it was actually quite a good promo, which I was surprised about. It didn't leave me like cringing, which most of his promos recently have done, but this one actually didn't. And then they kind of started attacking each other. Rusev, though, ended on top, which is good, in my opinion, to build up this feud for Fastlane. John Cena, they seem to be playing on the fact that he's got an injury now, and although John Cena says he will be at Fastlane, there's still that kind of question mark over it. But it's good to see that Rusev was given the upper hand in this. Who do I want to win this matchup? Oh my god, I'd love to see John Cena in the United States Championship again. I think the company kind of need him to have it to try and get the stock of it back up, if you like, or the prestige. However, I don't want John Cena to be the first person to pin Rusev. So of sorts, I probably want Rusev to win, and I'm still not convinced on Rusev. He needs, in my opinion, some more moves. Bit debatable again, but a good segment. John Cena seriously bashed up eye. Jesus Christ. Again, probably why he wasn't really involved in much in-ring action again this week, and probably why he won't be in in-ring action next week, and that's why they're probably playing this feud. But a very good segment that built on their storyline. And made you care a bit more about their match at Fastlane. We then had a repeat of last week's thriller. Dolph Ziggler versus Bray Wyatt. Same outcome. Different match entirely. Not as good as last week's. That's what I think made this match a little bit... It was always going to be hard to beat last week's unbelievable performance. A match where they absolutely stole the show. Was it match of the night? Oh, I haven't really thought about match of the night. There weren't really that many great matches tonight. It was up there. It was one or two. It was probably the match of the night for me. Wyatt winning again. We all know what's happening with him. Ziggler narrowly losing, but Ziggler doesn't look bad when he loses. In these cases against Bray Wyatt, he didn't look bad again tonight. He looked strong. He looked decent. So I'm not concerned that I like Dolph Ziggler. I'm not concerned that he lost 2 in a row. It doesn't concern me that he might go back to where he was like at the beginning of last year, etc., or even in the middle of last year to a certain extent. I'm not concerned about that. I just think it was the right thing to do of sorts with Bray Wyatt. They've got great chemistry. And after Bray Wyatt and after the WrestleMania program's finished, hopefully Bray Wyatt goes into the title picture, gets a title, and I'd love to see Bray Wyatt versus Dolph Ziggler for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship at some point this year. Don't think it would happen, but oh my god, would that be an amazing match. Put a title above them two in the respect of a match for the title. It's just going to be unbelievable. But a good match, as I say, Bray Wyatt winning. Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman promo. Should I just say Paul Heyman promo? Oh my goodness gracious me. This man is the best man on the mic in the business. There is absolutely no one out there that is better than Paul Heyman. He is one of my favourite people in the WWE at the moment, and he's not even a wrestler. He is pure quality. As for mic work, character, and who is just brilliant, Paul Heyman's up there at the moment. That's actually something I ain't done. I'll give you who my favourite kind of people are at the moment. We'll go wrestlers first. Bray Wyatt, he's probably my favourite at the moment. I absolutely love him, Bray Wyatt. I have done for a long time. Still love him now. Then, I love Brock Lesnar at the moment as well. And I quite like Roman Reigns at the moment as well. They're my kind of three. I love Dolph Ziggler as well. Oh my god, I'm just naming everybody now. Who else is there? Ryback, I'm quite liking him. Luke Harper's a good worker, but I like to see him lose. But he's a very, very good worker, if that makes any sense. And The Miz. Oh my god, The Miz. Oh, it's the latest segment. Fucking hell, he was funny. But I mean, this promo was just amazing. It was simple. No one interfered. No one came out. Didn't need it. He basically, from what I can remember, he kind of was talking about how it doesn't matter whether it's Roman Reigns or Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania, Brock Lesnar will beat them. And I fucking hope Brock Lesnar re-signs with the WWE. I really hope he extends that contract. I really do, because he's a class act. But yeah, I mean, Paul Heyman's just amazing. Brock Lesnar said no word, but he didn't need to. He literally needed to say no word. If he'd have said a word, it would have ruined it. So, a fantastic segment, a fantastic promo. Brock Lesnar is back. Because that was his first appearance since the Royal Rumble. We then had The New Day versus Goldust and Stardust. Lasted about 2 minutes before Stardust walked away. Walked away from the ring, left Goldust eventually losing the match to The New Day. Kofi Kingston and Big E, it was, defeating Gold and Stardust. So, the match was terrible. They kind of developed the storyline. Again, Goldust said fucking Cody, didn't he? Why can't... not Stardust, Goldust. Oh, I'm getting so mixed up. Why can't Stardust go back to Cody Rhodes? Somebody please tell me why not. I just don't think he's going to go back to it. It's retarded. But anyway, Stardust, Goldust. What? Cody versus fucking Goldust. We all want to see Cody Rhodes versus Goldust, and it seems to be that it's happening. Is it too little too late in my opinion? No. It can never be too late for this rivalry. It has to happen. It could be Goldust's last WrestleMania. There was a little bit of a development after where Stardust pushed Goldberg? Jesus Christ, I wish. Pushed Goldust into like it was kind of backstage, but nothing much really happened after that. He just kind of pushed him. So yeah, that will develop. It's just a question of whether it will happen at Fastlane or whether it's going to actually be kept to WrestleMania. Somebody said to me the other day that they think it's going to be a pre-show match at WrestleMania. I said, fucking hell, if it's a pre-show match at WrestleMania, I'll riot along with everybody else. We then have the Triple H promo, which has got a bit of criticism on some of the websites where I look at the grades. Others are enjoying not a huge criticism, but not as great as I honestly thought it was. I thought it was unique. I thought it was a little bit strange. It was a shame Sting wasn't actually there, but it developed the storyline. Triple H fucking getting scared about his life with that fake Sting was golden. One of the funniest moments of my life. I mean, there was a lot of moments where I laughed in Raw tonight, which is rare, because most of the time Jerry Lawler and that, they make every moment fucking cringy without that second. So yeah, Triple H cut a really good promo, to be honest with him. To be honest with you, I mean, we all know Triple H can cut a promo. This match is going to be great. Then they kind of had this weird video package, video-like thing, and Sting's music started, and like in the video that they shoot, like Sting's face was like kind of appearing on Triple H. It might not have been. It was like I watched this like 5 hours ago before I went to school, actually like 10 hours ago. But anyway, so that was really, really good. Sting's music's going, you're like, holy shit, he's here. Then like it was going dark, it was like The Undertaker, still the musical going, etc, etc. As I say, then fake Sting appeared. Triple H jumped at his fucking skin, like fell backwards. That was hilarious. And then it came up with a thing that he accepts his challenge at Fastlane. So Sting and Triple H in the ring, same time, same place, Fastlane, WWE Fastlane, February the 22nd, live and free for new subscribers on the WWE network. Excuse me. Until Daniel Bryan loses again, and then we have to cancel the WWE Network thing. So then they make the next month free to get all them back. But anyway, moving on. So yeah, I thought that segment was really, really good. The Usos versus Tyson Kidd and Cesaro. Cesaro and Tyson Kidd won. That means they should surely have this WWE Tag Team Championship match at Fastlane, where I hope they bloody win the titles. The match was good. I feel like this match has to happen at Fastlane. I don't really think they should drag it out. I hope that they don't overbook this like they did the Miz and Mizdow versus the Usos. The Usos, I'm not really feeling them at the moment, but I am feeling Tyson Kidd to Cesaro. I want them to win the title and take it on. But the match itself was good, and not much else to say about that. Sin Cara versus Damon Mizdow. Oh my god, this is one of my favourite things of the night. Mizdow in action, which is a surprise, versus Sin Cara. Sin Cara eventually getting the win, but oh, it was golden. It was so funny. Miz was sitting on this chair ringside. In the middle of the match, he gets oh no, this was before the match. He puts his hand up. I don't know why I found it so funny, but I fucking love the Miz. I don't like him, but he's such a character. You can criticise his in-ring work, but you can't deny the guy is hilarious. He put his hand up and he said something like, "When my hand goes up, that's when you shut up." And oh my god, you have to see it, but I found it funny. It wasn't even that funny, I just found it so funny. And then he does a thing where they're chanting, what were the fans chanting? "You're from Cleveland" or something. And then he chanted back something like, oh, what was it? "Better than Columbus," that was it. Better than, oh, it was amazing. Everybody was booing, I thought it was hilarious. He's so funny. It is unbelievable. Then, essentially what happened was, the Miz caused a distraction. He asked Miz down in the middle of his match to get him a water bottle. He then asked him to open it. Then Sin Cara jumped out of the ring onto Mizdow, got the kind of roll up because again, oh no, that was it. Mizdow went for fucking same names. It really pissed me off. It went for I think it was a figure four oh god, I can't speak. Anyway, you know what I mean. And figure four leg lock. Oh my god, I can't speak properly. And anyway, he went for that. Miz was like, "Whoa, I made that move famous," which he didn't. But anyway, that's another point for another day. Obviously, he was only joking, which again made me laugh. Distracted him. Mizdow was rolled up, and Sin Cara got the win. And Mizdow and them were kind of arguing a little bit backstage. Not backstage, in the ring, which is funny. This whole segment was brilliant. One of the best parts of the show, in my opinion. And Dean Ambrose versus Curtis Axel. Oh my god. How... Curtis Axel thing's funny. It's nice to see Dean Ambrose in action. However, the match weren't long again. Bad News Barrett came on at the end. Still not sure whether this IC title match is actually going to happen. You would think it will eventually, but it's kind of good. I'm looking forward to this. As I say, Dean Ambrose should be doing better. There's no anybody that says he shouldn't is retarded. But the fact is, everything else is of sorts full, so he can't really do a lot more. And I think for him at the moment, and for Bad News Barrett, this is not too bad whatsoever. The match itself was okay. As I say, it didn't really last that long. Dean Ambrose obviously picking up the win, didn't last that long to really do anything that exciting. Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan, they defeated The Authority, Rollins, Kane, Big Show, and Jay Security. The match itself was okay. We had fucking Kane and Big Show getting another push. Why are they getting a push when they're like 20 years from dying? That was a bit extreme. Anyway, again, it was all about building up the Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan thing and developing another storyline as well. But Roman Reigns, quite early on in the match, got knocked out, KO punch, should I say, by the big man, the Big Show, who is on the push of the century at the moment. Jesus Christ. We're going to make Big Show look strong. Anyway, he got KO punch. He was out of the match for the majority of the match, so Daniel Bryan had to kind of carry it, which he done really well. You can't deny Daniel Bryan's a fantastic wrestler. Anyway, towards the end of the match, it kind of, the odds kind of even themselves out when oh yeah, that was it. They were going to chuck Daniel Bryan through the table, all five of them. And then Eric Rowan, Dolph Ziggler, and Ryback came out. They attacked Kane, Big Show, and Seth Rollins, setting up a kind of six-man tag match. Back in the ring, J&J Security were the only two left with Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan went to go for the running knee, I think it was. And Reigns then came up to the apron, tagged himself in, speared one of the two, I can't remember which one, and got the win for the team. So that was creating a bit of heat, which was funny. So obviously, Dolph Ziggler right back for Cedric Rowan at Fastlane. That should be a good match. Not looking too bad. That probably should have been done as soon as they did get back, but whatever. But the whole Reigns Bryan thing, I'm really feeling that. I'm really enjoying that. After the match, they kind of argued. Eventually, Daniel Bryan pushed Roman Reigns, and Roman Reigns speared the fuck out of Daniel Bryan. And I was going, yes. As you probably understand, I am on Roman Reigns' side. But all in all, WWE Raw for February 9th was a decent episode, to say the least. It got me pumped for Fastlane, more pumped than I already was. I mean, I'm always pumped for pay-per-views, even though they look shit on card. Developed a couple more matches, made a couple more matches. The Miz and Mizdow thing was golden. The final segment was good. I like the fact that Roman Reigns was on top. I like the fact that there's a mixed reaction. I like face versus face when there's a mixed reaction. When there's half the people wanting a certain person to win, and there's another half the people wanting the other person to win. That's good. That is what's best for business. And you better believe that. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. What a cringy way to end. Oh, forgot to say, Bray Wyatt cut another promo on The Undertaker. It was sick. It's definitely Undertaker. I think he mentioned Mankind in it, which we all know what happened with them two. Undertaker and Mankind. It's happening. Bray Wyatt, Undertaker, WrestleMania number 31. Who's going to win? Who bloody knows? I'll be back for the SmackDown review, possibly. If not a Raw preview. If not a Raw review. If not a Fastlane predictions. If not a Fastlane review. And if I haven't uploaded since then, I've probably died. So thanks for watching. Enjoy today. And yeah, Roman Reigns is heading to WrestleMania 31 to face your client, Paul Brock Lesnar. Believe that. See you next time. Goodbye. Why did I have to end like that?